Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a Yakima man has been arrested on suspicion of double murder as well as in connection with an international drug trafficking scheme. And the Department of Energy is hoping to open up the lines of communication between the Hanford site and the community even more. We'll tell you why coming up. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5 a.m. on Thursday, March 7th. We are almost to Friday. Let's start by checking in right away on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. And Tiffany, I like that we're seeing a 30 and not a 20 this morning.
It's a nice relief, Jessica. It is for sure. So we're not quite as cold as we were at this time yesterday morning because we did have some clouds sneak in. So the clouds keep temperatures a little bit warmer, and temperatures are in the upper 20s, lower 30s. So it's not warm out there by any means, but at least we're not looking at teens and lower 20s just yet. So we're at 30 in the Tri-Cities, 32 in Walla Walla, a little bit colder where we have seen more breaks in the clouds. Hermiston 23, 26 in Yakima, and 29 in Toppenish. Now here are the satellite imagery. You can see the clouds. They pushed into Hanford, also Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, where we are seeing more breaks in the clouds across the Yakima and Kittitas valleys. Here's the forecast for today. Very similar day to yesterday. We'll start off in the 20s this morning in Yakima. Temperatures rising to around 50 later on today with plenty of sunshine. Tri-Cities, 30s this morning, close to 50 by noon, 52 by 4 o'clock. And then Walla Walla starting off with some clouds this morning, highs in the upper 40s later on today. Now, if you have a clear sky this morning, you should be able to see Venus, Mars, and the moon. We'll show you who has the best chances and what time to take a peek outside coming up. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And in crime news, the Benton County Corrections Officer has been arrested by the Sheriff's Office accused of sexual misconduct. According to Benton County officials, a female inmate accused a Benton County Corrections Officer of sexual misconduct. During the investigation, the officer was on administrative leave until the investigation was over. That's according to Benton County officials.
It's just like any other investigation, right? Between interviews, physical evidence, anything else that is gained during the investigation, and anybody can make an accusation once you start doing the investigation. Obviously, just like any other accusation or alleged crime is, our job is either to prove or disprove that, and we just look at the facts at hand.
On Wednesday, March 5th, detectives arrested Kevin Bell on suspicion of custodial sexual misconduct in the second degree. And that's according to police. And this is an active investigation, and more information will be released as it's known. And the driver charged in the traffic death of a Washington state trooper is in the U.S. illegally, according to immigration officials. Authorities said 32-year-old Raul Benitez Santana from Mexico was the driver who crashed into Trooper Gad and hit another car that had 6 people inside. One of those people suffered serious but not life-threatening injuries. And according to court documents, Benitez Santana was driving at a high rate of speed when he slammed into the back of the trooper's car. He then bounced off and landed in the fast lane, which was then hit by the other car. Benitez Santana is charged with vehicular homicide and vehicular assault. He's currently in jail on a $1 million bond. A 22-year-old Yakima man is facing over a dozen charges in federal court in connection with the drug trafficking scheme, including 2 counts of murder after investigators said he killed 2 potential witnesses in the case. According to recently unsealed federal court documents, Homeland Security agents spent more than 2 years investigating Benjamin Madrigal Berrueta in connection with a conspiracy to bring illegal narcotics from Mexico to the U.S. Agents interviewed 44-year-old Cesar Murillo and 33-year-old Maria Hernandez or Myra Hernandez as potential witnesses. Within days of their interview, both were murdered. As for their remains, hidden so far in a remote high desert location near Yakima, that it took investigators almost a year to find them.
The nature of the way they were killed and then how their remains were treated were very violent and just with lack of human respect.
Coming up later on Good Morning Northwest, we'll hear more from the coroner about the year-long exhaustive search for the victims' remains and dive deeper into the court documents. And the Department of Energy is looking for the public's input on cleanup priorities in Hanford. The Department of Ecology and the Environmental Protection Agency are regulating the Department of Energy's cleanup work. Communication Manager Ryan Miller says it's important for people to give input on the cleanup process.
It's important for the public to know is just about Hanford in general. So many people don't know what Hanford is or that it's an active cleanup site versus a production site. So just raising general Hanford awareness is really important to us. And then once we're able to get that general awareness, informing the public and groups about, the different cleanup projects happening and deadlines and this more specific work that's happening. So it's a bit of a give and take. We have to, we have to inform them on the specific issues, but they also have to know about Hanford in general to begin with.
Later on Good Morning Northwest, we'll have more details on the proposed cleanup plan. After getting delayed due to the pandemic, improvement plans for Yakima's Washington Fruit community are now getting another look. According to KDA Architecture, the community wanted a bigger, lighter space with a gym, teaching kitchen, and arts and crafts space. The City Council can come up with an immediate plan to fix infrastructure issues, an intermediate plan for improvements and additions over the next 5 to 10 years. Also a master plan that includes all of that and more over the next 5 to 25 years.
Tonight is just to give you an idea of what can be done with the facility, and this will be incorporated into our capital facilities planning just a few months away.
KDA says everything in the Grand Master Plan would cost an estimated $15 million, but the immediate fixes alone run close to $2 million. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, there are some changes coming to flu shots for the upcoming flu season. Find out what caused the FDA to recommend the change. That's next. And looking outside, it's nice to see 30 degrees instead of 19 degrees or 20 degrees. Tiffany Savona will have more in the first alert full forecast, and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more headlines.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Don't miss the Oscars, live Sunday at a new time, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, with special performances by Billie Eilish, Ryan Gosling, John Baptiste, and more. Jimmy Kimmel hosts the Oscars, live Sunday on ABC.
Listen up. You've got 4 days and 4 days only to save like never before during the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. No limit. You'll also find huge savings on sofas and sectionals, dining tables and chairs, bedrooms, and much, much more. Plus, get 4 years no interest financing. But don't wait. The 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See, $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed. US Cellular. Built for us.
Here are some frequently asked questions we get about Dial-A-Ride services. Is Dial-A-Ride going away? No, it is not. All Dial-A-Ride services to Tri-Cities, Benton City, and Prosser is exactly the same. Are drivers being laid off? No. If you qualify for Dial-A-Ride or want to find out if you qualify for Dial-A-Ride services, call 509-735-0160 or visit bft.org to learn more.
If you're a high school senior, listen up. This message is for you. A college education is expensive. The Molly Davis Scholarship Program can help with up to $7,500 per year. It's easy to apply. Just go to yakimarotarytrust.org and click on the Molly Davis Scholarship tab. Hundreds of Yakima County residents have achieved the dream of a higher education thanks to the Molly Davis Scholarship Program.
Applications end May 1st, so apply today.
See, Alice, it's snowy and cold out here, but in Triple Place, toasty indoor water park, people are happy and warm.
This is snow?
Right, boy, she's never seen it.
It's cold and sticks to my feet. This stuff rules.
Ah, look, she made a Snowroid.
That is clearly a snow stand.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Who is that?
My Aunt Shirley.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
In your health news now, for the past decade, Americans have had access to flu shots protecting against 4 strains of the virus. But a panel of experts advising the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has voted to recommend that next season's flu shots have a different formula. Mandy Gaither explains the differences and how COVID-19 helped bring about this change.
Dr. Badzik, yes. Dr. Berger, yes.
It was unanimous. A panel of experts who advised the FDA voted to recommend a new flu shot formula this fall.
I personally think that there's a lot of opportunity to leverage this to rebuild trust within the community, especially those who, are those that are vaccine hesitant, showing that, that vaccination isn't just to put more things in individuals' arms, but also just to address the current circulating strain.
Right now, flu shots in the U.S. protect against 2 A strains and 2 B strains of the virus, but the next vaccines will offer protection for just 3 strains, as one of the B strains from the Yamagata family hasn't been detected in testing since March 2020. Viruses from this strain were already in decline before the COVID-19 pandemic, and it's believed that precautions people took to avoid the coronavirus finished them off. The FDA is now working with flu shot manufacturers to get the Yamagata strain out of U.S. vaccines in time for the upcoming flu season.
And approval of all the necessary regulatory submissions is on track for a 2024-25 PIV implementation for all licensed U.S. influenza vaccine manufacturers.
I'm Mandy Gaither.
During the meeting, it was noted that the U.S. was able to move faster than some other countries because all the vaccine manufacturers already had approvals for trivalent flu vaccines here. It's taking longer in other parts of the world to make the switch. For that reason, the committee also voted to recommend a 4-strain formula, including the B strain Yamagata, for vaccines that will be manufactured in the U.S. but distributed in other countries. And a German man has become a walking experiment after getting 217 COVID-19 vaccine shots in the span of 29 months. That's an average of 1 jab every 4 days. Scientists are using the 62-year-old as a case study to see what happens when someone is vaccinated against the same pathogen repeatedly. A correspondence published in the journal Lancet Infectious Diseases found the man's hypervaccination did not significantly improve or worsen his immune response. He has not gotten COVID to date, but researchers caution that might not be because of the extra vaccines. Scientists also don't endorse going against national vaccine recommendations to boost immunity. And over 235,000 people have been affected by a data breach at Yakima Valley Radiology. The affected individuals have been notified of the breach, which was described as an unauthorized access to a limited amount of patient data. First noticed in August of last year, forensics experts confirmed in January that names and social security numbers were exposed in the data breach. They've been offered a membership to single bureau credit monitoring, credit report, and credit score services. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, there's a major event going on in Pasco that city officials are predicting will bring hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of revenue to the area. We'll check it out when we come back. And temperature is 30 degrees, still chilly out there, even though it's not as cold as it was this time yesterday. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your first solar full forecast. That is next.
Mr. Box, I had this idea.
Is it giving people lots of great food for $6 and letting them choose between 2 delicious sandwiches? Great idea, Devin. Run with it.
Well.
And you run and get my $6 Jack Pack. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,600 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
A hike with a view of the Palouse.
About 9 miles north of Pullman.
There's nothing like it for miles around.
They can hike to the ridge from the parking lot and back in about a half an hour.
Kamiak Butte on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
The news you care about most is news that happens close to home.
At Apple Valley News Now, our coverage focuses on Yakima, Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, and all areas from the Blues to the Cascades.
Families, schools, safety, plus so much more.
We got it covered. Plus, we'll tell you what's on the way and how it will affect you and your family.
On air, online, and mobile.
We're Apple Valley News Now, and we're on your side.
We're on your side.
We're Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
That's happening, isn't it?
No.
Yes. 3, 2,
1.
I'd like to propose a toast to my companions.
People want to love you. You should let them love all of you.
Find out who wins on movie's biggest night. The Oscars, hosted by Jimmy Kimmel, live Sunday at a new time, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ABC.
You were nominated for Volunteers Count, and you won, and you've got yourself a $1,000 donation from STCU.
For a small organization like us, that is not an insignificant amount of money.
I'm more of a behind-the-scenes person, so when I do get the recognition for the stuff that I do, it's like very rewarding.
She was just the perfect person.
STCU Volunteers Count honors volunteers in our communities. Please tell us a story of someone you believe is making an impact.
Next live, Aisha Curry and Kat Deely. And this Monday, live after the Oscars show.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Oh, hey, Jack, going up?
Actually, no, Justine. My famous 2 tacos are still just 99 cents when you order on the Jack app or online. Could you press 6, please? I'm going up. Get my famous 2 tacos for just 99 cents, only on the Jack app or online.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back. It's another cold start out there as we take a live look out of our Dust Devils sky cam in Pasco, and we do have some clouds that have pushed in, so that has kept temperatures from falling as low as what we saw yesterday morning at this time. Now, if you're lucky and the clouds have cleared out, we're currently clear in Hermiston. However, we have the clouds in the Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, and now Yakima, but it may be worth a peek if you want to see if you can even see the stars this morning. You want to look out across the southeast sky around 5:45. No earlier than that because the planets are still below the horizon. But anytime after 5:45, you should be able to see Venus and Mars and the crescent moon very close together. They'll be just above the horizon, pretty low in the sky. And you have to do it around this time because the sun will be up about 30 minutes later, and then it'll get brighter and harder to see. So you may want to take a peek outside and see if the clouds cleared out. You should be able to see Venus, Mars, and the moon this morning. Temperatures are in the 20s and 30s, colder where we have seen less in the way of cloud cover. 26 in Yakima, it's 25 in Ellensburg, 28 in Toppenish, 29 in Prosser, 30 degrees in the Tri-Cities, and 32 in Walla Walla, with Hermiston and Pendleton clear this morning, temperatures in the lower 20s. Our satellite imagery showing those clouds denoted by this white area. So those clouds pushing into Yakima. We also have cloudy skies, Hanford, Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, but the clouds have cleared out of Hermiston and Pendleton and pushed just off to the south. All is quiet across the Pacific Northwest. We haven't been able to say this lately, so it is a nice and welcome change. But unfortunately, it's not going to last for too much longer. And here is why. Today, high pressure building in from the Pacific, so our warming trend continues, and it's a slight warming trend. I wouldn't call it a huge warm up in the coming days. Tomorrow, that high shifts east. We're still under the area of high pressure, so we're dry. We're a little bit warmer, but notice how the next storm system brings rain and snow to northwestern Washington. Then on Saturday, we get an area of low pressure to swing in. That'll bring us the chance for a few showers from time to time. So the unsettled weather pattern continues this weekend and into early next week. So today, enjoyed the dry weather. It's still going to be on the cool side, very similar to how it felt yesterday afternoon. 52 in the Tri-Cities, 48 Walla Walla, 46 in Dayton. Prosser, you should climb to 49, and we should reach 50 degrees today in Yakima after hovering in the 40s yesterday. Tonight, we'll see mainly clear skies, and temperatures will be dropping into the 30s with some 20s tomorrow morning. Now, tomorrow morning, if you can't see the planets this morning, you'll have another opportunity tomorrow morning. And tomorrow morning, you'll want to look outside around the same time, 5:45, and Venus, Mars, and the Moon will make more of a triangle as the moon gets lower in the sky. So tonight, temperatures dropping back down into the 20s area wide, and tomorrow, high temperatures a little bit higher into the middle 50s for all of us. Rain chances back in play this weekend. Not going to be a washout though. That clock indicating that we do spring forward. And we have 50s in the 7-day forecast. No 40s out there in Tri-Cities and Yakima. Walla Walla, we have 40s today, but 50s tomorrow with it becoming more unsettled this weekend. 51 today in Hermiston, mid to upper 50s this weekend. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And the Northwest Athletic Conference basketball tournament tipped off at Columbia Basin College yesterday, an event that's expected to bring in an estimated $400,000 to the Tri-Cities. College basketball teams from across Washington, Oregon, and Idaho will face off at Columbia Basin College's indoor arena over the next few weeks. Visit Tri-City says they fought and pleaded with tournament officials over the course of many meetings to bring the event here. And according to Visit Tri-Cities, there are other events on the way to the area.
So, this summer we're going to be hosting the World Tournament for the National Horseshoe Pitchers Association, and then we're also hosting an Ironman this fall. So, lots of big things coming in the Tri-Cities. Great infrastructure we have here. Community partnerships and relationships are just really key in being able to host these big-time events. So, we're always looking to bring the next big thing here.
We're very thrilled to see the NWAC basketball championships here in the Tri-Cities. It means a lot to our community. This is an economic driver for the community.
The Horseshoe Championship is expected to bring in around $2 million between this year and again in 2027. The NWAC is scheduled to return to Pasco again next year, and this was the second year in a row the city hosted the event. In education news, WSU Tri-Cities is announcing a new scholarship to help students reach their education goals. According to Aniki Rachinsky, the Senior Director of Development for the Office of Advancement at WSU Tri-Cities, Longnecker & Associates, a contracting firm that works with the Department of Energy, is offering the scholarship. It's open to all WSU Tri-Cities campus students who are part of business, cybersecurity, and engineering programs who want to go into careers in a cleanup site. The student needs to be a sophomore with at least a 2.5 GPA in order to be eligible. Rachinsky says that this new scholarship is what WSU Tri-Cities is all about.
Part of what we are so proud of being able to provide at WSU Tri-Cities is career-connected opportunities for our students. So this is one of many opportunities that we have that not only supports them in their education, but connects them with local employers and helps them learn about future job opportunities.
The scholarship is worth $10,000 per year and is available for use on tuition, books, or whatever the student needs to make it through their academic year. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, an odd situation out in Vegas when the fountains at Bellagio Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas were paused after a rare bird stopped by for a visit.
You've got 4 days, and 4 days only to save like never before. During the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus, get 4 years no interest financing. But hurry, the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Ben Franklin Transit is hiring safety-oriented coach operators. Become a crucial part of the Tri-Cities community and provide a vital service to our riders. Get out from behind a desk and experience a workday that keeps you moving. Enjoy CDL training, comprehensive benefits, and generous paid time off. When you're driving for Ben Franklin Transit, you're part of a growing team of community-oriented professionals. Apply now to join the Ben Franklin Transit team.
With Dish, get the same TV bill every month for 2 years.
Hello? Oh God, I think someone's coming.
No price hikes, no surprises. Because surprising TV shows are great. Surprising TV bills, not great.
Let's get you some fresh water.
The 2-year TV price guarantee from Dish. Tuned in to you.
Young and old, come dance the night away. Active for Life presents Senior Prom. The festivities take place March 28th at the Red Lion Pasco. This year's theme is Dancing Through the Decades. This event is open to the public, so grab your favorite senior and dress up in your favorite decade. There'll be a red carpet walkthrough with dinner, drinks, and dancing, plus a photo booth, games, and tons of prizes. Get your tickets online at Solutions in Home Care, Wheatland Bank, or Family Resource Home Care. Senior Prom at the Pasco Red Lion, brought to you by Active for Life's fine sponsors and title sponsor Chinook Home Healthcare.
Life is a whirlwind. I wish I could swim. When there's disaster to deal with, who are we?
911, what's your emergency?
Let's go, let's go!
That's it! Go back, go back, go back!
I'm right here with you.
Your risk of getting colon cancer increases as you age. So talk to your primary care provider about screening and learn more at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Prosser Digestive Health Center at Prosser Memorial Health reminds us that colon cancer screening saves lives. This is how we care.
You've got 4 days, and 4 days only to save like never before. During the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus, get 4 years no interest financing. But hurry, the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In Las Vegas, Bellagio's famous fountain shows have been paused as a result of an unexpected and rare guest. The hotel and casino announced on social media Tuesday, they had to shut off the fountains after a yellow-billed loon was spotted in the lake. They're considered to be one of the rarest birds in the country. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service labeled them a species of conservation concern because of their small global population and habitat limitations. Biologists were able to capture the loon Wednesday morning and relocated it to a more suitable location. And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, President Biden hopes to showcase his accomplishments on infrastructure and manufacturing during a State of the Union tonight as he attempts to garner support ahead of the November election. And 6 government funding bills are up for Senate vote today as lawmakers race the clock to get the legislation approved before an end of the week shutdown deadline.
In today's Tech Bites, a potential big change at X, formerly Twitter. Owner Elon Musk says X is considering getting rid of the ability for users to see how many times a post has been liked and reposted. The post creator would still be able to see those numbers. No word on when any change could happen. Apple says it's cutting ties with Fortnite video game developer Epic in Europe, calling the company untrustworthy after it criticized Apple's App Store. Epic previously lost an antitrust lawsuit against Apple after the tech giant removed the popular game Fortnite from its App Store. And finally, Twitch is overhauling its mobile app for the first time in 5 years. The popular live streaming service will soon have a scrollable feed similar to TikTok. The redesign will make it easier to share quick updates. It promises a more modern and immersive viewing experience. Now, I was trying to stream a clip of the Titanic recently, but it wouldn't load. It kept sinking. Those are your Tech Bites.
Right now in Good Morning Northwest, President Biden is set to use his State of the Union address tonight to promote his vision for a second term and warn that GOP frontrunner Donald Trump would be a dangerous alternative. And while Washington is on track to avoid a partial shutdown tomorrow, keeping the rest of the government open past March 22nd could be harder. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good Thursday morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5:30 on Thursday, March 7th. Let's check in now on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. And Tiffany, what can we expect as we're just waking up or heading out the door this morning?
It's another cold start out there, Jessica, so you'll definitely need that heavy coat. You'll need the winter gear this morning, even though we're getting closer and closer to the start of spring, because temperatures have fallen into the 20s and lower 30s. So we're at 28 in Prosser, we're at 29 at Hanford, 26 Yakima, 30 degrees in the Tri-Cities, 23 in Hermiston, 27 Pendleton, a little bit colder across northeast Oregon, where we have seen more breaks in the clouds. And you can clearly see where the clouds are this morning. They have built in over the past couple of hours. So we are seeing the clouds across much of the Columbia Basin, out along the foothills of the Blues. We were clear up across the Yakima Valley, but the clouds have pushed in. So we'll start off with some clouds this morning in the Tri-Cities, but then plenty of sunshine, highs in the lower 50s. We topped out in the lower 50s yesterday, so a very similar day today. 20s this morning in Yakima, plenty of sunshine, highs around 50 degrees after being stuck in the 40s yesterday. And in Walla Walla, clouds this morning, upper 40s, getting close to 50 tomorrow. And I think all of us are in the 50s tomorrow before the unsettled weather returns this weekend. We'll talk weekend rain chances, and we'll also talk about how we spring forward this weekend coming up in a bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. Now on to the State of the Union. President Biden is preparing today for his yearly address to Congress, where he's expected to talk about a wide range of issues. This year, the highly consequential speech will be used as a springboard for the Biden campaign heading into November's elections. ABC's Ike Jachi has the latest.
This morning, President Biden getting set to make his case to voters. This year, Biden is expected to touch on major campaign issues like the border and the economy, reminding voters that wages are rising, millions of new jobs have been added, and unemployment remains at record lows. He's also expected to blame Donald Trump and some Republicans for killing the bipartisan border deal. Biden will likely renew his push for higher taxes on corporations and billionaires, something Republicans have dismissed as the wrong approach. And also, keep your ears open for any new policy proposals. The yearly speech is a chance for the president to lay out new goals and rally Americans to support them. Biden has used previous speeches to discuss his unity agenda, which included expanded health care benefits for veterans. This year's address may look different, as Speaker Mike Johnson will appear behind Biden, the third different Speaker of the House in as many addresses for the president.
America is in decline, and nothing he says tomorrow night is going to change that.
One thing he hopes not to see this year are interruptions. Speaker Mike Johnson is urging House Republicans not to disrupt the president, reportedly telling them decorum is the order of the day.
And outside of the Capitol, roads will be closed and security tight in Washington as more than a dozen groups plan to protest today, demanding a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. And Washington seems on track to avoid a partial government shutdown tomorrow, but a second budget deadline this month could be harder. Today, the Senate is taking up a package of 6 spending bills that cleared the House yesterday. They fund the Departments of Commerce, Justice, Veterans Affairs, Interior, Transportation, and more through the end of September. Analysts say keeping the rest of the government open past March 22nd could be harder. Party leaders don't yet have an agreement on that package, and it covers the Department of Homeland Security. Impeachment proceedings against its secretary are still in the works. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, tax season is upon us. If you haven't started yet, you have a little over a month. Keep it here because we have some tips for you coming up. And looking outside, temperature is still 30 degrees, still chilly, even though it wasn't as chilly as yesterday, or it's not as chilly as yesterday. The meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have more in that first alert full forecast. Keep it right here.
Jimmy Kimmel hosts The Oscars, Sunday, March 10th on ABC.
Hop on a Ben Franklin Transit bus to the movies and get ready for the Oscars. Watch live this Sunday at a new time, 4 p.m. on ABC Apple Valley News Now, sponsored locally by Ben Franklin Transit. To help promote professional first aid training, Apple Valley News Now with Columbia Safety are giving you a chance to win a $500 gift card. To enter, click on contests at applevalleynewsnow.com, and soon a $500 gift card could be yours.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
Dog tap.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
All in the Family, Sunday night at 8 on MeTV for Yakima and the Tri-Cities.
Come aboard Water to Wine Cruises. Our unique weekend brunch cruise offers delicious dishes by our chefs as you take in beautiful views of the river. Start the morning off right and visit watertowinecruises.com to book your brunch today.
Let's get scratching. Let's get scratching.
How does free college or career training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant is one of the most generous financial aid programs in the country. Eligible Washington residents can get free money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. You can go full-time or part-time, so you can work and continue your education at the same time. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
A hike with a view of the Palouse.
About 9 miles north of Pullman.
There's nothing like it for miles around.
They can hike to the ridge from the parking lot and back in about a half an hour.
Kamiak Butte on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday. Meet David Silva of Athena, Oregon.
You're doing something the others aren't doing.
He's an Apple Valley News Now viewer.
The folks, the faces that you have, they're friendly, they're easy to listen to.
And a Stacey Lee fan.
Stacey Lee covers the whole basin. It's nice to turn on the TV.
Good Friday evening to you.
And know that we're going to hear the weather at Walla Walla and Pendleton.
From the Blues to the Cascades. First Alert Weather with Stacey Lee.
She's there for all of us.
On your side.
Hello to all our viewers in the Pacific Northwest. This is your special invitation to watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now, KView, Channel 42, and CAP, Channel 35.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back. In consumer news, we are in the throes of tax season. If you're someone that struggles with taxes, then we have some tips for you. Dale Dixon, a Chief Innovation Officer at Better Business Bureau Great West Pacific, says scam artists are always looking for people to scam.
Have a conversation with yourself as you go into this. And number one, if I am promised something that just sounds way too good to be true, I'm going to use that as a warning sign and not something to attract me into the conversation. I'm going to tell myself it's going to push me further away from somebody who says, I can guarantee you a big refund, or we can guarantee you a fast refund. There's no way to know if you're going to get a refund until the taxes are actually put together and you've done the paperwork and file.
Taxes are due on April 15th, so you have a little more than a month to get them done. And online scams cost people billions of dollars last year. The FBI, in a new report, reveals a record $12.5 billion in losses were reported in 2023. The Bureau says that was fueled by a surge in cryptocurrency investment fraud, and last year's total losses from scams were more than $2 billion higher than reported in the year prior. And it represents the highest tally of losses from digital scams since the Bureau began reporting on that topic more than 2 decades ago. The FBI says cyber scammers have the means to paralyze school systems, police departments, and healthcare facilities. Officials say investment scams are also common, many of which involve criminals pretending to be someone's love interest to trick them into investing in phony cryptocurrency schemes. And the FBI report comes as federal agencies are trying to contain the financial fallout of a ransomware attack on health insurance billing giant Change Healthcare. And that cyber attack has cost U.S. healthcare providers millions of dollars per day. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, a modified rodeo program for people with disabilities. We speak to the founder of the organization next. And looking outside, the sun is starting to peek out a little tiny bit. It's 30 degrees, still very cold. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your first alert full forecast. That is coming up shortly.
Hello there. Watch Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
You work hard for your money, and now you can get money back on state taxes you already paid with the Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. We're unique, and we're here for all of life's occasions, all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
Want to test drive US Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Yeah.
Use this app. Want to do it even faster?
Here we go.
Oh, wow. US Cellular works great out here. Wow. Still have 5G here, too. Hey, I wonder if US Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working. Hey, thanks for the lift.
Test drive US Cellular's award-winning network free for 30 days.
Prosser Memorial Health has received a 5-star rating from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Prosser Memorial Health is one of just 483 hospitals nationwide to receive their highest rating, and the only critical access hospital in the state of Washington. For more than 75 years, Prosser Memorial Health has provided high-quality and compassionate care to our communities served. It's our privilege, and we look forward to bringing you a new hospital in 2025. This is how we care.
At Bi-Mart, we are celebrating 20 years of employee ownership. Save now with our latest savings book, online or pick up a copy in-store today. The savings include mobile Delvac diesel engine oil, now just $14.99. Pick up Cars Trail Mix, $6.99 per bag. Plus save on Lily Miller plant food. 16-pound bags are just $14.99. Shop and save store-wide at Bi-Mart, celebrating 20 years of being employee-owned and proudly saving our members more.
It's happening, isn't it?
No.
Yes.
3, 2,
1.
I'd like to propose a toast to my companions.
People want to love you. You should let them love all of you.
Find out who wins on movie's biggest night. The Oscars, hosted by Jimmy Kimmel, live Sunday at a new time, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ABC.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Here's your daily reminder that we spring forward this weekend. I know a lot of you probably not happy about losing that hour of sleep. You want to turn those clocks ahead 1 hour before heading to bed Saturday night. Also a good idea to change the batteries in your smoke detectors and your carbon monoxide detectors. And if you have any weather radios, you want to change those batteries in there as well. Sunrise, 6:23 this morning. It's getting a little bit brighter out there, but we do have a lot of clouds that have pushed in overnight. We were mainly clear, and then the clouds did push in, and you can see that here on our satellite imagery, the brighter white colors indicating those clouds, which pushed into Yakima, into the Tri-Cities, and now impacting portions of the foothills of the Blues. So if you do have any breaks in the clouds this morning, you may be able to see Venus, Mars, and the moon. That is if the clouds clear out enough for you to see this. Now, the best time to look will be in a couple of minutes, around 5:45, because the sky is going to get brighter and brighter as we get closer to the official sunrise. Now, if you can see the planets and the moon, Venus is going to be the brightest one, lowest on the horizon. Mars a little bit higher than Venus, dimmer, of course, and then the moon should be clustered pretty close to Venus and Mars. So a pretty nice treat this morning if the clouds cooperate. Temperatures right now are in the 20s and 30s. 30 degrees in Tri-Cities, 32 Walla Walla, 27 in Pendleton, 23 Hermiston, and 26 degrees in Yakima. So another very cold start. Make sure you bundle up before heading off to work and get the kids off to school. Today, lots of sunshine this afternoon, so these low clouds will be clearing out, and it'll still be on the cooler side, but will be a degree or two higher compared to yesterday. 52 in the Tri-Cities, 48 Walla Walla, 46 in Dayton, 50 degrees in Yakima, 51 in Toppenish. Overnight tonight, we're mainly clear. Temperatures fall back down into the 20s area-wide, so another very cold start tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, I think everyone, or mostly everyone, the exception Ellensburg, will be in the 50s, middle 50s, so closer to average for this time of year. 54 in Tri-Cities, 56 Walla Walla, Dayton, 56 in Hermiston, and 53 degrees in Yakima. Your 7-day forecast showing that we will see a pattern change this weekend. That will allow our next storm system to move in. It doesn't look like a washout, but it looks like we will have showers at times Saturday and Sunday in the Tri-Cities as those temperatures gradually rise, so that'll be nice into the upper 50s on Sunday. We may get a break in the action Monday before another system brings us more rain on Tuesday, and then Wednesday through the end of next week, we are looking warmer. We may have some 60s in that extended forecast, so that would be great. Yakima, 50 today, 53 tomorrow. Showers possible this weekend, and then getting a break on Monday before another chance of rain on Tuesday. And that spring forward icon indicating we do lose that hour of sleep this weekend. Sorry to be the messenger there. Today, 48 in Walla Walla, 56 tomorrow on Friday. So we are going to be warmer tomorrow along the foothills of the Blues, and then rain chances going up this weekend. Hermiston, 51 today, 56 tomorrow, with better chances for rain this weekend. Jessica?
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. If you've been living in the area for a while, there's a good chance you've heard of Rascal Rodeo. It's a modified rodeo program for those with physical and developmental disabilities. So we have the founder and director of Rascal Rodeo here with us today. Her name is Ann Erica Whitemarsh. So Ann Erica, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. So can you start off by telling us more about Rascal Rodeo?
Yep, Rascal Rodeo started as my high school senior project back in 2001.
Whoa.
It wasn't until 2010 that we did our second modified rodeo, and then from there we became a 501c3, and we acquired our truck and trailer and everything that we need to put on the events, and it's grown like crazy since then.
Yeah, and I've seen the pictures of the children on the horses, and it is just so amazing what you're doing and how you don't hear anything like this anywhere else. I've never heard of anything like this before.
Yeah, thank you. It is like I created it for the participants to have the opportunity to be cowboys and cowgirls. We've quickly realized that it's more than that. We've had 3 people say their first words ever after coming, and even just interacting with the horses, not even getting on them yet, even coming and playing in the dirt, getting them out into the rodeo arena, getting them partnered up with volunteers that are youth or senior citizens to show that they are loved and cared for and accepted. So it's a life-changing experience for everybody.
I agree. And so can you tell us about the upcoming fundraiser that's in March, the Honky Tonk Hoedown?
Yes.
I love the name, by the way.
It is a honky tonk hoedown. People come in their jeans and boots, however they want to be dressed. Yep, cowboy hats. And this is our big major fundraiser for the entire year. Every event that we host is free of charge to the participants, and we've had a 2-year-old and a 92-year-old, so it's all ages with disabilities. But this is the biggest night of the year for us. We're on our way to selling out tickets. We have just about 100 tickets left of 400. It'll be at the Benton County Fairgrounds. We've got some incredible sponsors. We've got some incredible auction items, live and silent auction items. We're still collecting auction items, so if anybody would like to donate to that, we have something called the Sugar Stampede. And so people have to throw in money to the pot, and whoever throws in the most gets to choose their dessert first in line. And so if there's any professional bakers out there, then we'd love some yummy desserts from them.
How fun. This all sounds so amazing. So how can people help?
Yeah, purchase a ticket before we sell out. Purchase a table, tables of 8. All of the information's on our website, rascalrodeo.org. They can, like I said, donate auction items, share on social media, and also the auction will be online most likely, and so they'll be able to sign up and bid even if they don't get a ticket to attend.
Perfect. So you've been working on new things with Rascal Rodeo. Can you tell us details on that?
Yeah, we are working on a second rig. We have 23 rodeos this year in 7 states.
Wow.
And that one truck that we won 14, 15 years ago isn't going to be able to get to all of them. So we're working on a second rig, truck and trailer, and we're hopefully going to be implementing a youth scholarship / grant into our program. So those youth that have come and volunteered with us, whether they're going to go off to college and need some help purchasing books, or if they're going to start a welding company and they need help purchasing their helmet or tools, then we want them to apply for our scholarship, and we want to be able to help them out with their dreams.
That is amazing, and thank you so much, Aunt Erica, for sharing all of this with us. And if you do want a ticket, they are selling out soon, so don't forget, buy it online, and the fundraiser's on March 15th. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
GMA This Morning.
You set the record. Just talk about that moment.
Caitlin Clark, exclusive.
Why did you decide that this was the time to end your college career?
This morning, only on.
Good morning, America.
Money!
Let's go.
Let's do it.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Apple Valley Eats.
All right, so my job here is the food and beverage executive chef. I've been here 10 years. Started off here as an entry-level cook. I was given the opportunity to step into the executive chef role, which is the position that I'm in. I've been in that position for about 6 years now, almost. What I do here, I handle not so much the day-to-day operations, but everything that goes into the menu planning, the SOPs for all of the cooks, recipes, ensuring all the recipes are all the same, the consistency, the vision of the food and beverage department as far as the aesthetics, what is it gonna look like, what does the food preparation look like. We have everything from catering, fast food, employee meals, which is a cafeteria style setting, and then obviously our bread and butter, what we do, a buffet here at Legends. What we like to do here is try to keep our team members happy, try to be versatile with them, try to be flexible, whatever needs that they may have, we try to accommodate. We do have childcare here on property, so if somebody needs to drop their kids off at childcare, that option's always there. You could come into our department with no experience at all, but we're gonna show you how to hold a knife, we're gonna show you how to cut vegetables, we're gonna show you how to cut meat, we're gonna show you how to use all the equipment. Is the comfort of knowing that I'm gonna have my consistent 40 hours a week. And that goes from everywhere from a dishwasher all the way up to my position. It's another benefit of working here at Legends. I like to think of it more as a career rather than a job.
Ben Franklin Transit is hiring safety-oriented coach operators. Become a crucial part of the Tri-Cities community and provide a vital service to our riders. Get out from behind a desk and experience a workday that keeps you moving. Enjoy CDL training, comprehensive benefits, and generous paid time off. When you're driving for Ben Franklin Transit, you're part of a growing team of community-oriented professionals. Apply now to join the Ben Franklin Transit team.
So we spend a third of our lives sleeping. Shouldn't we try to get the best sleep possible? That's why Denver Mattress is all about that sleep life. And during the 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Summit Firm for only $299.99. Or save $300 on any Telluride. Plus, 4 years no interest, no down payment, and free shipping. Improve your sleep life one night at a time. Only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
The best way to end your day. Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Your close to home forecast features cold conditions this morning, and we're a little bit colder where the clouds did clear out. So 26 in Yakima, 29 in Toppenish, 27 in Prosser, We're at 30 in the Tri-Cities. That's much better than the teens we saw at this time yesterday morning. And as we go throughout the day today, expect plenty of sunshine. It's going to be a beautiful one, a little bit on the cooler side. 50 in Yakima, 51 in Toppenish, lower 40s in Cle Elum, 50 degrees sunny side, and in the Columbia Basin, 49 Prosser, 51 in Hermiston, 52 in Tri-Cities, 47 in Connell, and along the foothills of the Blues, we'll put it at 46 in Pendleton, 46 Milton Freewater, and 48 degrees in Walla Walla. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. In entertainment news, there's definitely something in the air there in Hollywood. We're counting down to the Oscars, now just 3 days away, as Danny New gives us a look at 3 of the biggest awards.
Oppenheimer.
Now that Oppenheimer has won Best Film at the British equivalent to the Oscars, known as the BAFTAs,
Oppenheimer.
and Best Ensemble at the Screen Actors Guild Awards, it seems pretty clear that Christopher Nolan's blockbuster biopic is going to win Best Picture at the Oscars this Sunday. In fact,
Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer.
With Cillian Murphy winning Best Actor on both of those nights, the man who played Dr. Oppenheimer is poised to also run away with the Golden Statue.
Emma Stone, Poor Things.
But what about Best Actress? After what seems like a million fulfilling award shows, there doesn't seem to be any separation between Emma Stone for Poor Things, seen here winning at the BAFTAs,
Lily Gladstone.
and Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon, who won the Screen Actors Guild Award 6 days later. So which of these 2 awards is the better indicator? Well, in the last 10 years, the BAFTAs and the SAG Awards are each 8 for 10 in matching up with the Best Actress winner at the Oscars.
The winner, it's a tie.
Thus, is it possible that Stone and Gladstone could tie? Well, there have been just 6 in nearly a century of Oscars.
Hello, gorgeous.
But the most famous example was in the same category, with Barbra Streisand tying Katharine Hepburn back in 1969. So who knows, maybe we're nearing tie number 7. Speaking of number 7, if you want to see how this all plays out, Oscars host Jimmy Kimmel really wants you to remember 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
If you don't remember that we have daylight saving time on Sunday and that the show is an hour earlier than it always has been, you will miss my monologues. That is, I think, the big X factor going into this particular show. Will people miss the whole first hour of it?
Gotta love Jimmy Kimmel. Well, coming up in our next hour of Good Morning Northwest, a Yakima man has been arrested on suspicion of double murder as well as in connection with an international drug trafficking scheme. And the Department of Energy is hoping to open up the lines of communication between the Hanford site and the community even more. We'll tell you why coming up. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5:57 on Thursday, March 7th. Let's check in on our weather. So we'll check in with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. And Tiffany, what are we seeing outside? It's still chilly, isn't it?
It's cold out there, Jessica, but it's not quite as cold as yesterday morning, so that's a plus for us on this Thursday. Temperatures running anywhere from 2 to about 9 degrees warmer than where we were 24 hours ago. That's all thanks to the clouds that did push in early this morning. But it's still cold out there, don't get me wrong. We're in the 20s, but it's just not quite as cold. So it's 28 in Tri-Cities, 26 in Pendleton, 25 in Dayton, 28 in Yakima, and 27 in Prosser. So you will need all the layers this morning. You may want to take that coffee or tea with you on your way to work. Satellite imagery showing those clouds indicated by the whitish coloring there, pushing from west to east across the Columbia Basin this morning. So no problems weather-wise as you're heading